to my channel.
That's right. Welcome back to my channel. Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to do a bit of a day in the life video. And right now the kids are just eating some chocolate chip pancakes at the table here, and they are going to be starting chores after this. It's about 9:15 right now, and so far this morning I got up at about 7:45. The little kids were still sleeping. I got in the shower, got myself ready, and now we are all going to get ready for the day. And then we will get started with school. Usually out our side door here, we can see the mountains over where the fog is currently. But it's very foggy here this morning. It's been foggy for several days where we are. If you just go a few miles away, it's actually blue sky, but here it is not. First, I'm going to get my second cup of coffee. As you can hear, I could really use it today. I like to do cream and then just a little bit of creamer, just so that there's less sugar. And I like to measure it all out because eventually I hope to decrease the amount that I use. But I like really creamy coffee. Okay, we can do this. So recently I've been trying this new system of writing out my daily routines in just a regular notebook here. And so I am tracking my morning, midday, and evening routines, and then tracking my water as well. All right, so this morning so far I have taken a shower and gotten ready. I have made my bed. I read my Bible while I was drinking my first cup of coffee. And now I'm going to start a load of laundry. Okay, so I attempted to start laundry and whatever was in the dryer was not dry. So I'm going to hold off on that while that dries. But I loaded the dishes up and I did the floor check. So now we are almost ready to start our school morning. One thing that I'm trying to do is drink more water. And so I have had 3 tumblerfuls. This is my water cup. It holds 22 ounces. So I'm trying to get 4 of those in a day. As you can see, I haven't done the best this week, only 3 per day, but today I am already done with the first one. So that's going pretty well so far this morning.
Thank you for this lunch, and thank you for Mommy did a video today, and thank you for the snack, and thank you for Jesus loves me and Jesus.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to read 2 Chronicles 1 this morning.
After
We already finished 1 Chronicles.
Then can we do? We did. Wow. Down the Moxie Bow.
Sure. We can do a song. Wow. Okay, are you ready? So this is where Solomon worships at Gibeon. Solomon, the son of David, established himself in his kingdom, and the Lord his God was with him and made him exceedingly great. Solomon spoke to all Israel, to the commanders of thousands and of hundreds, to the judges, and to all the leaders in all Israel. And Solomon's import of horses was from Egypt and Kue, and the king's traders would buy them from Kue for a price. They imported a chariot from Egypt for 600 shekels of silver, and a horse for 150. Likewise, through them, these were exported to all the kings of the Hittites and the kings of Syria. Okay, so that was 2 Chronicles 1, and now
I want 2 Chronicles.
36 chapters.
36.
Yeah. Say the reference first and then the rest of the passage.
Psalm 19, 1-4. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. Day to day pours out speech, night to night reveals knowledge. There is no speech, nor are there words, whose voice is not heard. Their voice goes out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And there he has set a tent for the sun.
Thank you. So we just listened to I've Been Working on the Railroad, which I can't show you because it's on my phone and that's what I use for filming. But we have been doing the transportation unit from Purely Preschool. And so we like to listen to the train song each morning. And next week, we are going to be starting the next section, which is about boats. So that's pretty exciting. So the kids are going to be working on some coloring sheets while I read Jotham's Journey. And we are on week 1, Wednesday. Oops. So today's is called Family Ties, and there's Jotham. Oh, there's Jotham.
What is he holding? What is he holding?
He's holding his staff.
Is that actually a boy?
It's just a story about him, though. Can I read it? Okay. Jotham stretched and yawned, then rubbed his eyes. He had slept well this night. Thanks to the kindness of Eliakim and his family, he took a deep breath to clear the night air from his lungs, then took a long look across the horizon. The sun was just rising above the barren hills to the east. Across the sky in the west, still showing through the blue daylight, was the star he'd fallen asleep watching. Jotham didn't remember ever seeing a star in the daytime before. Maybe that's the morning star Mother and Father talk about, he thought. Eliakim's family was up and working. His sons, all much older than Jonathan, had already taken their sheep out to graze.
Jonathan?
Sorry, Jotham. Not Jonathan. Tabitha and her mother were busy making a stew for the midday meal when Jotham walked up. "Good morning, Jotham of Jericho," Tabitha's mother said. "Good morning, wife of Eliakim." Can you imagine addressing people like that? Good morning, daughter of Jerilyn. Oh, that'd be funny. Now we are changing to playing with some animals because coloring is all done now. Hanging from his belt and dragging behind him like some kind of strange shawl was a long, narrow cloth that stretched back for more than 20 paces. Jotham stuttered, pulling at the cloth, but Tabitha and her mother just laughed. Forgive us, Jotham, the mother said, unhooking the cloth and rolling it up. This is the swaddling cloth in which we wrap newborn babies. It must.
What is that picture about?
Well, first, we are going to just look at the picture for a couple minutes. So go ahead and put your colored pencils away, please. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is just to look at the picture for 1 minute. Okay? Okay, so what do you see in the picture here?
Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Ducks.
Ducks?
Ducks. And duckies.
Oh.
And a pig. I'll see a pig. Oh, that pig. Yeah, I think that's a fish. Some sort. Maybe a turtle. I don't know.
Okay, what else? What's going on in the picture?
The wise men. I think that's Joseph. And that's Mary.
Mm-hmm.
That's the star.
Oh, yeah.
And these two must be these must be the two keys. Hey, there's three, but I don't see the other one.
Okay, now go ahead and uncover the bottom there. The name of the picture.
Yeah. Adoration of the Magi.
You can see through it.
Yeah. Very easy. Adoration of the Magi.
Okay, so what does it mean? It is by Tintoretto, which is an artist that we've already talked about this fall. All right, so what do you like about this picture?
It's dark. He just, in all of his pictures, he uses like dark colors. It's not bright and happy.
Well, there are certain parts though that are bright, don't you think? That look like there's more light on them.
Yeah, like right there on baby Jesus' head.
Mm-hmm.
Mary's head.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Joseph. I mean, some other lady.
All right, so now we're going to put the picture back. Okay, it's about 11 o'clock now, and we are eating another snack. We are having some applesauce, and our activities have changed again. Now we are doing... I was going to, thank you. Some people are eating, and some people are playing with kinetic sand, which is a big favorite around here. But now I'm going to read Landmark History of the American People, and we are on chapter 30 today, just the first part. So this is called Ocean Paths to World Power. Well, I think it's a long chapter, so they only have us reading the first half, so we'll see.
Okay.
After the Civil War, Americans realized that the United States had become a two-ocean nation. The Atlantic seaboard looked eastward toward Europe and Africa. The far western states looked across the Pacific toward Australia and Asia. Some Americans were beginning to think differently about their place in the world. So you can see here in this map, you can see here in this map the different territories that it's showing. It says the territory of the original 13 states as recognized by Great Britain. This is the province of Louisiana.
That's what we are.
No, we're over here.
Yeah, we're green.
This is ceded by Mexico. So this was Mexico up here. This is the Texas annexed in 1843. And then up here, it just says Oregon Territory. So that is what it looked like at the time. That was the map of the expansion of the United States circa 1900. These new American colonies added up to 100,000 square miles, holding nearly 10 million people. That was not much compared to the vast empires of England, France, or Germany, but for the United States, it was something quite new. This Spanish-American War in American history then meant less in terms of what it accomplished than in what it proclaimed. The American Revolution had been our war of independence. Now the Spanish-American War was the country's first war of intervention. The United States had joined the old-fashioned race for empire on all the oceans of the world. Many Americans worried. Some were sad and even angry. They called themselves anti-imperialists. They hated to see the United States become an empire. Okay, so this morning we read the parent reading, and we read both of these in the landmark history. We didn't do that intentionally. We just kind of forgot to stop. And everything else is done. So we are almost finished with week 12 of our Sonlight History Bible Literature Level E. I am going to sign off for a few minutes because my daughter is going to listen to her science audiobook, which is Apologia's Zoology 2, which is the swimming creatures of the 5th day. And so while I go make lunch, she is going to be listening to the audiobook, and loud enough that I can hear it too from the kitchen. So that's kind of nice because I always feel like I'm learning right along with her. So when I was making lunch for the little kids, my daughter listened to her science reading for the day, and then I came over to the table to kind of eat at the same time as the little kids, and now we're kind of finishing up. My daughter is making her lunch in the kitchen, listening to her audiobook, and we are going to work on the Purely Preschool unit, and we are just finishing up the train section. So we're just going to do a couple of things, and he's already ready to go with his alphabet singing. So we are going to sing the alphabet song. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Do it again. Do it again.
All right, well, let's move on to the next thing we're going to do.
Again.
Okay, hold on. We're going to do the memory statements first. So we have trains must drive on tracks.
There's no line right there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And then this one is I hold hands when I
Cross the street.
cross the street. That's right.
That's what I
Okay,
do.
that's what you do. Okay, now we're going to practice the verse.
Let's do this one.
We will in just a second. Now I'm going to read you the memory verse, Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Okay. Now we are going to look at the Vincent van Gogh painting. We talked a little bit about this one yesterday. But what do you see? What?
I see a train.
That's a train, yes. And what's the train doing?
Puffing.
It's puffing. What does a train sound like?
That's ladder.
That's a ladder?
Uh-huh.
What else do you see?
Boats and trains.
Boats and trains.
A bridge.
A bridge, yeah.
What's this section?
Those are the support beams that hold the bridge up.
Up.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't fall in the pond?
Mm-hmm. Can you count the boats?
Oh, I think this is a swing swat.
You want to point or do you want me to?
Not you two.
Okay, ready? Are you ready? You did such a good job the first time. Do it again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, there you go. Oh, wow. Can we just do little tracks like this?
Uh-huh.
Remember, you just make a line across. You do some right here? Mm-hmm. Okay, your turn. No, across the train tracks.
Across the train tracks?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you finish your sandwich. Okay, so the next thing, now that my daughter is back at the table and she's eating her lunch, we are going to do our lunch loop reading, which today is Portraits of Integrity. She is working on the character trait of alertness. So that's the one that we're going to look for today. This is what the inside of the book looks like. And so alertness is being keenly aware of what is taking place around me so I can be prepared with a right response. In 1 Peter 5:8, it says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." So we need to be alert and ready so that we know how to give the right response. Okay, so the story is called The Virginia Giant, which is in the Revolutionary War time period in the Carolinas, August 1780. August 15th, 1780. It was hot tonight, as hot as those dim, barely remembered nights on the blue island in the Azores. Sometimes, when he closed his eyes, he could see the green lawns with the mansion in the background, his sister playing, and the sound of a father's language he did not know. Now Private Peter Francisco of Colonel Williams Mayo's Virginia Militia Regiment paced on guard duty as the moon gradually wore thinner, like pirates' fingers rubbing away at gold pieces of 8. At age 20, he stood over 6'6" and weighed 260 pounds. He had attacked Stony Point beside Mad Anthony Wayne, survived the Battle of Trenton, and been hospitalized at Valley Forge. Now the war was moving south. Already, Savannah and Charleston had fallen to the British. General Gates, raising a new army to fight in the Carolinas, determined to surprise the superior British forces with less than half the number of men. The incident became known as Francisco's Fight, winning him the title the Virginia Giant. George Washington would later claim, "Without him, we would have lost 2 crucial battles, perhaps the war, and with it our freedom. He was truly a one-man army." Peter Francisco demonstrated alertness. He overcame superior forces to save his own life and the lives of those around him during the crucial years of the Revolutionary War. While his story is rarely found in history books, his awareness of what was taking place around him enabled him to be prepared with a right response. We are going to head out on a walk now. It's about 1:15 and it's 38 degrees, but it got sunny today, so that's kind of nice. So we are going to go on about a mile walk before nap. We like to do nap time at about 2 o'clock. So we're going to see if we can get back before then. Here we go.
I would have never guessed my grandpa's name would be Stone.
Okay, we are back home now. It's about 1:45. We went on our about a 1 mile walk or so, and now we are going to get ready for quiet time and nap time and just kind of rest and relax for the rest of the afternoon. Sorry about all the road noise. We live on kind of a busy road. I hope that it was helpful for you to see a little bit into our homeschool and how we do things, and I hope you will join us again next time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you here at our homeschool table family, and we will see you next time.